Hello, LEGO builders and YouTube. This is Jared from Chewy Murphy Productions with a brand new The LEGO Movie review. It's ages 8 to 14 years old, and it's set number 70809. It's Lord Business's Evil Lair, with 738 pieces. It is a pretty complicated set. A little small, but a lot of detail. So, we're going to start with the figures, and we're going to start with Emmett. Okay, so Emmett is the main character in the LEGO movie. He also, I would have to say, appears in the most sets from the LEGO movie. Just to name a few, the Getaway Glider, the Melting Room, Cloud Cuckoo Palace, Super Cycle Chase, and Lord Business's Evil Lair. Now, I know there's a couple that I'm forgetting, but that was just to name some. He has the same hair piece as always, except in his minifigure mystery pack, with the little tuft of hair sticking out. He comes with a piece of resistance, a red brick, with a small hole on the back, a square hole, I might add, a gray kind of neck piece to hold the piece of resistance, and when you put his hair on backward, he has kind of a scared look, like something's going to happen. Come on, go on. Okay. So we're actually going to leave the piece of resistance off him for right now because he's not really supposed to wear it in the set. He comes with front printing on his legs. He has a name tag that says Emmett, and his back torso printing. Okay, let's move on to figure number... Okay, here we have Vitruvius. He is quite an interesting figure. He is played by Morgan Freeman in the movie, so he's definitely a figure you want to have. He comes with this interesting staff. It's just a regular white staff, but with the stud on it, with the hole in it, like Business Kitty's stud on her head, and this green rock. Now, if you built all the Monster Fighter sets, you would know that this is one of the moonstones that the vampire uses, except this one does not have any printing. So, we're going to take that out of his hand, and we're going to look at him for a sec. He has an interesting bottom piece. It looks like kind of hippie clothes, and he's wearing a robe. Now, under there, you can see that he's wearing a tie-dye shirt and jeans, which is interesting. Now, we're going to take his hairpiece off. Let's get it off. This is definitely a new piece. It has a headband, a ponytail on the back, and it's pretty cool. Now, let me just take his head off. Okay, like Emmett, he does not have any pupils, and his eyes are only one color. His are like a yellowish white, kind of, and when you turn it around, he has a pretty sad expression. Like maybe he lost a battle or something. So let's look at here. He has his clothes and everything. And now, his beard is a white beard with what looks like a knot in it. And originally, I thought that the headband, hair, and the beard would be attached, but they are not. His cape is also an interesting piece of the set. It's a new texture as compared to a regular cape, like the wrestler in the set. His cape is more silky, and it is double-sided. You have the sparkly side here, and just a regular blue side here. But it is a different texture. It's a little bit softer. Maybe that's because you need to get his hair on. And I'll just show you what he looks like again. Okay, so here's another look at Vitruvius once again. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. I might be wrong, so don't hold me to it. Alright, let's move on to figure number 3. Okay, here we have figure number 3. This is Pawcup. He is Bad Cop's dad. He comes with handcuffs, no back printing at all, and I'm pretty sure we've seen... I know we've definitely seen his legs, but as for his torso, I'm not positive. His face is definitely new. Can take his hair off. And it is similar to Ron Weasley's hair in Harry Potter and Lloyd Garmadon's hair, if you wanted to give him hair. Very similar. I don't think it's identical, but it's gray and it's definitely similar. On the back, he's like a little angry, maybe a little scared at the same time. Looks like he wants to do some fighting. And that's pretty much all for Pawcup. Oh, and he's on like a base plate, and it looks like he's kind of glued to the ground, so he can't really move. And that might be because of the glue that President Business is launching at everybody. And I'll show you that in one sec, but let's move on to figure number 4. Okay, here we have figure number 4, and she is Ma Cop. She is Bad Cop's mom. So her and Pawcup seem a little bit elderly. Maybe they're retired, but still fighting crime. We're not sure. I'm pretty sure we've seen this hairpiece before. I don't know if we've seen it in dark gray, but we've seen similar. She comes with, it's like a megaphone. It's also a gun. And as per the box, if you look, it actually shows them holding each other's weapon. In the opposite hand, too. So, you could definitely change them up. But that's how the instructions told me to build it, so I'm going to keep it like that. When you take her hair off, hold on, pop off her hair, she has a scared expression on the back. Very surprised. No back printing, though. Let's keep that in mind. But definitely some front printing. I thought her and Pawcup would have the same torso, but they don't. They do have the same legs and the same base plate, which is like she's glued down to the ground, which might be because of President Business, which we're going to find out soon. But let's move on to figure